Hi Teresa, thanks very much for talking to us about your new film, I Am Number 4. Now in the film you play the character Six. Now she's quite an incredibly strong character and is really action-packed role. Did that attract you to being in the film?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I read the script, I instantly felt connected to her because she's such a strong woman, and I thought it was quite an empowering role, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Now the main thing that really came across is I think how many skills you must have had to manage to learn in probably a quite short time. Can you talk us through that? Because you do fighting, you do bike riding, you use weapons.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through that process?
Well, she's such a warrior in this film, number 6, and I am not one. So I had to do training for 3 months before we started the film, and it was pretty intense. It was grueling. I would go into the stunt warehouse for 4 to 5 hours a day, 6 days a week, and learn various moves, martial arts stuff. I learned to ride the Ducati motorbike, obviously.
So you actually rode that yourself?
I did, yeah.
I wasn't sure. Maybe I thought,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Really?
I did.
And had you been on a bike before? Or?
I grew up riding quad bikes at my dad's farm. But this is just so different, riding a 2-wheel bike, and it's a Ducati. It's so powerful, and you can feel underneath you how powerful this machine is. But yes, it was that paired with doing flips on wires upside down and learning how to shoot a gun and use an alien dagger. So there's a lot of preparation involved.
And because your character, you see you a couple of times earlier in the film, but you kind of really explode in that final huge action sequence, which is quite an elaborate sequence. I mean, did you have to work with the director, DJ Caruso, on establishing your characters? You almost appear so quickly.
Yeah.
Was there any sort of you say some little things and it's quite interesting. I mean, did you actually work on the character that way as well?
Not really. We didn't focus on how to keep her mysterious in the film. I just wanted to play her true to the script. And we talked in advance about who she was and what her backstory was, and we both wanted it to be very mysterious in the way that when she comes on screen you don't really know if she's one of the good guys or if she's one of the bad guys. And we would reference Angelina Jolie. Oh. So we thought she was the perfect person to follow her work and to look at her stuff in Wanted and Tomb Raider, and I think she's so phenomenal in those films, and she possesses a lot of qualities that Six has. I think she's very enchanting and intoxicating and also intimidating, and Six is exactly the same way.
And how was it working with DJ Caruso? Did you have to, as the director, did you have to audition for him? And did was he good to work with on the set?
Yeah, I auditioned for him. I used my natural dialect and went in and tried to channel my inner badass. And it worked, I guess. Yeah. I got the role. And he's just such a giving man. He's so sweet and warm, and he's also very open, and he lets us as actors try different things, and it's quite nice and very liberating to know that the director puts their trust in you, and because of that I felt free to try lots of things with my character and explore her and develop her character as much as possible. I
thought that was a really nice point you just made about using your own accent, because you use that in the film.
Yeah.
Was there any pressure to use American accent or?
No. From day one they were pretty on board with me using my natural dialect, and I did the natural dialect in the read through, and I wasn't sure if people liked it, but then we got the feedback that everyone thought it was perfect for the character. So then we went in and we started shooting the film, and at the end of the movie we would do these test screenings, and some of the feedback we got actually from Steven Spielberg.
Oh, really?
He said, I really like her in the movie, but I can't understand some of what she's saying. So I had to go back and ADR some of it and Americanize some of the words. So instead of saying ass, I say ass, and instead of saying like Red Bull, I have to say Red Bull. And it's great. Now people understand it. But I know all my Australian friends are going to just give me so much crap for it.
It's interesting you talk about Australia. Do you see yourself working in American films and Australian films now?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to or just happy to work anywhere, in anything that's interesting?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not really about working in Australia versus America or vice versa. I have to be connected to the script, and I just recently wrapped a film in Australia called Say Nothing. It's a little independent film. It's like a drama thriller, and it stars Joel Edgerton, who's an amazing Aussie actor. So I love going back home and working, and there's such a contrast between doing a film like this and then going and shooting in Cambodia, guerrilla style, and shooting a little Australian film like that. So.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us,
much.
Teresa. Thank you.
Thanks.